are indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2! There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We did have a bit of a pause, but looks like we're all good to go as we get ourselves into Game 2 here of OG versus Alliance. I'll see Game 1, of course, was a tough one. A tough one for Alliance indeed. But a very different approach being taken in terms of their heroes. A completely fresh roster of picks this time.
Yeah, I don't think OG were even considering this guy mid when they drafted, which is probably a bit of an X factor here. Also, you know, it's pretty intimidating to play against Weeha on the Skywrath Mage. Look at the hero.
He's got a great set. Look at his set.
He has all
the golden.
He has all the bling on this guy. I don't think you can have any more bling than this. He's got the crimson wings. He's got the golden Empyrean. Look at that. And you could miss, in the heat of the moment, you could mistake the hero for Venge. So maybe you get surprised by what spells it casts on you, you know?
That is true. It's got the sort of similar sort of color scheme.
Curious about OG's laning here, if they try to avoid specific matchups or if they are just happy to face any of the potential lineups they're going to get on the lanes. I think Razor Marcy is insanely strong and will probably beat more or less anything Alliance throw at them. I think Enchantress is the only hero that has a chance of solving this lane. And if they do end up with Monkey King against Visage, that should be a very good matchup as well for OG. As Fog pointed out, you can mischief the Soul Assumption, and as long as you just get farm in lane, I think you're pretty happy as Monkey King taking this game later. I think from a theoretical standpoint, this might be the single best last pick that was in the pool for OG's lineup. I think it's very, very good here. It's good against CK, it's good against Visage. They needed a stun from their carry. You know, it just covers all the bases here for setting them up. So really,
absolutely. I mean,
really good stuff.
You know, as a Skywrath Mage, you don't want to be anywhere near that hero, right? You get caught in the middle of a Wukong's command, you're just going to get shredded by the physical damage.
Yeah.
Well, let's see indeed how much Weeha can get out of the lane here from the start. How things are going to go between him and BZM. At the side lanes. See top, of course, Amar. Should also have a decent opportunity to get a link target off onto Nico, baby.
Doing a pitiful 10 damage to Marcy with CK. Isn't Static Link just wonderful? So yeah, Alliance are already... I mean, I'm not going to say they're going for plan B down here, but they're going for the strategy that you usually apply in the offlane when you feel like you have an unfavorable matchup, which is to pull the second wave with the 4 and then run that wave over to either your offlaner or between the towers. And in this case, they're going to bring it to the next wave, and the way Yuragi is going to respond to this is to bring over his own wave to double stack here and effectively now get pushed into his own tower over time. There will be some experience here, though going the way of Eternal Sadness, of course, but the ultimate end laning position should result in some pretty good farm for him.
I'll see how much Aramis is able to get done around in this lane. I mean, is there going to be much opportunity for any sort of early ganks on the mid from either team's 4s? Because they're both, you know, pretty squishy heroes, right?
Tiny could definitely make a rotation in to help Skywrath against Coddle. I think that would be that's the obvious move. The problem is, if we compare this to last game where OG had the Timber, leaving Visage alone is a totally different beast than leaving Timber alone. If you leave Visage alone against this lane, he can't touch creeps effectively. Like, the Warlock can just zone the Visage alone, and if Visage tries to fight back, you're scared of getting jumped on by Monkey King and getting killed. So I don't think there's nearly the same freedom for Aramis to rotate his hero in this game. But there might be a moment of opportunity around the 4-minute water that he could kill Coddle, which would be high impact for sure.
We saw, you know, last game a bit of innovation with some of the builds from OG. Is there any cool item builds that you want to see on some of these cores they've got this game if they do start to get a bit of a lead like they did in the first one?
Is that what we're doing now? We're theory crafting those stomping builds?
Sort of the OG builds, yeah.
That's a bit of a bleak outlook.
An early Dagon on BZM if he's feeling good about himself, you know. Can always be fun.
I think... But what would I like to see? What would be cool?
Maybe some sort of carry Marcy build from Tiger if he's having a good one.
Marcy doesn't get farm though. That's just not going to happen. But I would like to see it. But it's not going to happen. He will not get rich. Oh, Aramis actually did go for the
He's
rotation.
gonna head over.
He has been spotted though, and there's the scan. They're just gonna keep track of how long he sticks around for, and BZM will get experience here. A couple of denies at least for Weehaw, but this tiny rotation has failed, and now they're gonna send over Misha. I actually really like this from Misha, so he knows that the Monkey King against Visage will be fine, and they have a feeling there's probably gonna be a ward here since Aramis rotated. He's just gonna walk over as Warlock and effectively be a body here to enable Coddle, and gets a little bit of efficiency out of this by stacking 3 camps. Coddle stacks 2 and Warlock stacks the 3rd, so very nice. And Tiny's rotation fails while Yuragi will still be farming.
On top lane, they've got the setup onto Nico, baby. Amar is getting pushed to the side though, wasn't able to stay quite on top of him. Stamanen getting some good damage out back the way of Amar, so Nico baby's able to step to the side. He's going to be fine, and we'll be able to continue farming all right here on this top lane. Both course trading farm very evenly top. In the mid lane, we have slight lead here. He's having a hot start. We'll see him get the nulls out, and then I imagine is it still what's just rushing the ATOS as a mid sky?
I think so. I think the really big appeal of the mid Skyreth this game is that he can solo kill, especially the enemy carry. Like core Monkey King does not have a lot of health early on, so that should be a solo kill for Wii with that.
Aramis. This time around, he'll be able to catch him by surprise into the Ancient Steel. That's going to be a kill. First blood for Weehaw. Aramis coming back over towards that mid lane, and they weren't ready for him that time around. BZM caught unprepared.
Yeah, he managed to dodge the gank the first 2 times, but the 3rd time, Aramis did finally manage to connect, and he's actually sticking around. If they kill him again, this would be huge, but we'll see if BZM...
Is he going to expect this, do you think, BZM?
Oh, did he see him on his ward there? That was close to seeing time. I think he was just outside that mid ward that now expired. Bot lane.
Is that Shadow? That's going to kill him.
Eternal Sadness will survive with 5 health.
Oh, we close. I think it was 9.
He's got Tranks, so he could stick around here. It will take him a while to heal up. Alright, they know what's up. Gonna bully out Aramis here.
That's kind of annoying to do so, though, for OG. So, yeah, they're not going to be able to keep chasing him. Actually, well, okay, maybe with Tiger, they could try and catch him if they want to. But now
Amar's in trouble top
needs
as
to
well.
Get straight back to the top lane. TP's up there. We'll be over in time to make sure Amar gets the speed buff, and we'll be able to keep to the distance. Trying to set up now onto Stamanen. I won't have enough damage to fight through the heal that Stamanen's got pumping out. Weehaw. Win him with the rotation. Look and see if we can get the finisher off onto Tiger Amar. And he'll catch Tiger. Maybe to see if they can dive in for Amar as well. They've got the stun. Heading in under the tower. Is there going to be any backup for Amar? Doesn't look like it. Alliance, they'll get him with the dive. They'll be able to take out the 2 of them. Good rotation from Weehaw. Yuragi's trying to threaten Nico Baby, but Alliance, they're still happy to throw spells out. As Yuragi and turn over towards Weehaw, but Weehaw's out in time. They're able to kite this up. They might just be able to take him out as well. They turn with the toss and the stun, bringing him down. Weehaw on a killing spree. A fantastic rotation from there towards the top. Yeah, and a kill after kill after kill. He's going to be over the moon with that one.
Yeah, I think Yuragi got tempted to come in here because he saw the Chaos Knight being stuck in the trees on the left. But if he TP's in earlier while the Razor is alive, I think this is a totally different story. Maybe he had cooldown, maybe he wasn't really ready at the time with the creep wave bot or whatever it was. But that was really good for Alliance in this exchange.
Massive.
They're snowballing Weehaw, which is what they want. He's level 7 with 4 points in Arcane Bolt, and he's just going to keep running from lane to lane looking for kills and to put pressure. He can probably solo this Razor, actually, if everything lands.
Let's see what he's got. Very nicely lined up, Mystic Flare. Weehaw dominating. 4-0-1. It's a hot start here from Wee on the mid sky. This time, Alliance coming out with the mass tipping hit. Straight back over to the mid. I mean, Aramis and Weehaw, they'll be happy to kill again.
Structures.
Yep.
See what they can do.
Bottom tower.
They've got the burst. Tiger's going to jump forward. We'll get the heal, and TPs are coming in. OG, they'll be able to take down Aramis.
This is so greedy from Wee.
He gets the kill.
That is just not worth it at all. He had a 4-kill streak, and that was actually a mega kill, right? And then BZM gets that turnaround kill, so now he's top net worth.
A good TP as well from BZM, turning up to the top lane just in time before Alliance were about to dive in on Yuragi. BZM keeps Yuragi safe. Yeah, that's indeed a decent-sized streak. Fed away there. We are getting a little too carried away.
At the very least, it opened up bot tower, right? So Eternal Sadness will take this full tier 1 without any contention bot, and he can now start playing a little bit of the jungle as well. Rushing what seems to be the Wraith Pact. So mid-game powerhouse, that hero with an early Wraith Pact can be extremely dangerous. Obviously... Oh, nice.
Oh, that was very nicely done by BZM. Just on the edge as well. See to the side, Weeheart and Aramis, they'll also be able to take out Tiger.
We has haste.
He's getting the mana up as well. Could chase with a bottle charge. Might have enough to get something done. But there's 3 of OG here. Not quite having the Mystic Flare back. Of course, still on cooldown, so won't go for it. Doesn't want to overstep the mark again as he did in the mid. Play a bit safer this time. 1k lead in the moment for Alliance. Oh, top. Won't have quite enough burst, and now with the golem drop, looks to be in trouble. Boundless Strike, he has the haste rune. Oh, he's going to get out of time. He's able to just break the link in time before that further right click came through it. So will live. He's away, he's out of there. We'll still lose the tower, of course, top. Alliance won't be able to hold this, so OG will be able to get a push going around the golem.
Top tower. I only know the
Goes to Yuragi, so he'll get some nice net worth his way. Has been a much slower start from him than game number 1. And, oh, that will be another kill. Misha, see you later.
Should get the golem as well. An extra bonus gold for Weeheart. And now with the Hellbait Smasher slow, they'll look towards him. Eyes out with the TP. Nothing to stop it in time, though. Toss and Avalanche still on cooldown there from Aramis.
Yeah, this mid-game, this game, Owen, could actually get really interesting because I think Alliance are going to hit a very strong timing before OG are really capable of truly fighting with their cores. Monkey King is going to need quite the recovery curve for a while. You have a support Warlock who, whenever Golem is on cooldown, doesn't offer that much. Marcy's going to struggle to jump into this dire lineup because of the immediate counterplay they have. When Visage gets this Wraith Pact, essentially Alliance can start grouping up as 4 or 5, make moves with smoke. And if OG try to fight them, they're fighting into a Wraith Pact that will give them damage mitigation, that will constantly pump out damage for the Soul Assumption in the AoE. And Eternal Sadness can effectively kind of carry that mid-game stage while they build up Nico Baby on the Chaos Knight. So this is about as good conditions as I think Alliance are going to get against OG nowadays. So
absolutely
pretty exciting stuff.
See what they can do with this smoke here. See if they can catch OG by surprise. Tiger trying to lead in. It's only onto an illusion. I'll see over to the side. They're going to focus straight down onto BZM. BZM's gone, and now they look to chase for more. Eternal Sadness in with a familiar micro, able to lock down both supports. They take down Tiger, pull back Misha. Stuns out for Nico Baby. Alliance, they'll take a 3rd kill out of this. 11-4 now, 2k lead. Without a doubt, Alliance here today with one of, if not the better starts they've had throughout the tour. This is looking like a very solid early game.
Yeah, if this tower falls as well for OG, they are going to glyph it, but they still don't have Chaotic Offering for 30 seconds. I don't think they can hold this. The rally plus the birds, a stupidly strong pushing combo. They're gonna try their damnedest to hold it, and they will not be successful. Might deny it though. No, not even that. And that will be the Wraith Pact in 20 gold now for Eternal Sadness.
Those are big moves. Big moves from Alliance. And big items coming out soon. Rod of Atos, 200 gold. We are going to have it done. Top lane, Yuragi. Got TP out in time there. And once that Atos is done, as you said, there's just going to be not much that OG's heroes can do. They get caught in the combo, they will die.
I think aside from the series that OG had against Tundra, this is probably the single worst early game Yuragi has had in a month. Like, and Amara is not doing too hot either. Like, this is a very weak start for him. He's got 4 CS per minute on Monkey King. Ideally, at this point, if he's having a great game, he will have twice that. So that early rotation he did top, that TP top where he got killed, actually stifled his game so hard. Imagine he stayed bot. Either stay bottom
that was
or
a painful TP. Yeah.
Either he stays bottom and he keeps farming, or if he TP's top, he has to TP instantly while Razor's alive so they can get trade-off kills and he can start farming. But the way this ended up working out was that he sacrificed both his TP, so he has to respawn, run back to lane, and the lane bottom is uninhabitable because Visage is level 6. So kind of had nowhere to go, and you just see the curve there. It was looking good, but then all of a sudden, really, really lost a lot of momentum. And Alliance with a 4,000 gold lead, minute 13. I kind of can't believe I'm saying it, but they're absolutely crushing them here. And that's really, it's just good to see, honestly, that they aren't just rolling over and surrendering after that game one where they got absolute beat down. They still have something to give here, Misha. I mean, we are.
Oh, they might live. No one. They get the kill, they take him down. And Yuragi nearly get caught there as well. Was jumping over the trees, but has to be careful around Alliance. And he's still looking at an opportunity to make some sort of a move, but it's difficult for OG, especially when they don't have the golem out and ready to drop here with 10 seconds Warlock on the sidelines. Rune's going to be grabbed. They'll look to jump wait. They get him with the dispose. They're in on top of him. See if We Are can stand his ground. He cannot. Against the four of them, no chance for We Are. He'll fall in the river.
I think a lot of carry players in this situation will not be joining a gank. A lot of carry players on Monkey King here will be farming creeps, but Yuragi sets up a gank with Boundless Strike level 3 so that they can connect that dispose and find a key pick. That's a lot of weight on BZM's shoulders right now on that mid coddle. He has a lot of farm and he is building toward the BKB, so can hope probably for OG's sake kind of hold the towers for a while, at least while they build up. And that also makes him all the more of a juicy kill for Alliance. Like smokes, a smoke that they're committing right now actually with the Tiny as well as Skywrath. If this one connects onto either Monkey King or Coddle, they would be happy with that. I think Coddle would be the perfect target, but
it's been scanned out here. Yeah. OG know that it's coming for them.
Having technical difficulties.
Well, they might still find an angle on BZM. If Weeha dares to walk up this high ground, they could find a backstab on mid.
They might find Yuragi.
Well, they will.
He's going to jump over, but of course with the ward up on the cliff, they'll see him. Another death on Yuragi, very much in control by Alliance this game. We'll see as well some adaptation with the build-up, right? He's going to be looking towards the Mage Slayer as sort of his response to the core Sky this game.
Yeah, get that magic resist, get the damage reduction. And obviously good synergy with his ult, right? So it's a classic item on Monkey King. I always say classic. It's not exactly an old item, but the synergies are very clear on that hero. And I think it's a good adaptation in this game. It's also kind of going to function as a comeback item to an extent for Yuragi. He could come back through a successful gank or two in the Skywrath, and this item will make it way easier for him to perform that without trading himself away.
It feels like OG, I very much have to avoid these moves unless they're really ready to turn up as 5. Alliance, they've got a lot of great kill potential, especially with this Arcane Rune in the bottle of Weeha. Atos combo will heavily threaten pretty much any of their heroes, and they see with this ward on the cliff, they see Yuragi, this whole vision setup, making it very hard for Yuragi to move around this area of the map and be able to get the Wukong's command off. They won't quite be able to burst him this time. Instead, they'll turn and take down Misha. So Yuragi lucky to live, same time down bottom. OG, they'll make the move onto Nico, baby. Trying to heal Tiger to keep him alive, but the tower hits do take him out.
Bad shape.
See if they can still find Yuragi. I mean, Weeha was continuing to try and search, but Yuragi's back up in the trees. Should be fine. And just look to get on with the push. I mean, will reveal himself with the Boundless. Aramis, he's going to look for him. He's going to be able to find him. Gets him out of the trees. They'll get him after all. Yuragi going down yet again.
And this was what Fogged said he wanted to see, right? He wants to see Aramis on these playmaking heroes popping off and having a stellar performance,
he hit
right?
2 on an 8.
He is doing so much work on Tiny this game compared to Venge in the last. It's really down to the potential of the hero, right? He's just finding one opportunity after the next, and they keep snowballing off it together with the Skywrath. This hero pairing for Alliance has worked wonders this game. Now it's all about avoiding critical mistakes and keeping map control. The Visage will handle the map control very, very well with these items, so should be able to push out waves relatively easily with the birds. Nico Baby has the most freedom ever in this game on Chaos Knight. We haven't seen him for a while, except his death bot. Taiga is, by the way, getting absolutely annihilated here.
Very dead. And yeah, eternal sadness this game, you know, second performance here with Alliance, of course, today in this game too. It's looking good. Second highest net worth for the team, and 2-0-4, a very, very solid Visage showing so far. And jump forward onto Misha. That's going to be another pick-off for Alliance, 18-6.
It's going to almost ensure Weeha his boots of travel. Obviously, one of the pitfalls of Skywrath mid is its inability to farm, so See, he's sitting at 60 CS minute 18, which is very low for meta mid heroes right now. For comparison, the Caudle has 180, which is also an extreme case, but he is tripling the CS of the enemy mid.
That's wild.
But he's getting a lot of gold from the kills, and now that he has Boots of Travel, should be able to connect on even more.
Nico, baby, it's gonna look towards the Roche. See if they should be able to taste. I mean, it's not super quick, but they have got sustain, and OG are not in a position to head over here. So, Alliance, they've got a good shot of getting away with this one.
Taking quite a lot of damage on Vistage here, but they're going to be all right. OG are not interested in looking at this side of the map right now. So Aegis probably going into the hands of Nico with his now freshly purchased BKB. Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised to see him choose that item here. I wonder what the reasoning is.
Probably the Cottle, right? Like there's sort of mischance the AoE burst.
Yeah, you're not avoiding the blind on all your illusions.
No,
and you're not avoiding static link. So you're effectively protecting yourself against mainly Marcy and I guess Cottle blind on your main hero and the Solar Bind, and of course a Monkey King stun. So it's not like it doesn't have value. I thought Nico was going to go a different route here and take more of an offensive path with his itemization, or a hybrid that could also farm better than a BKB.
Mid tower's coming apart.
Let's see how it pans out for him.
We are.
Oh,
He's
that's
under
a
the
big
sentry.
hit.
They're going to be able to find him. They'll drop down the golem. They'll take him out. He'll be able to bring down Misha with him. But of course, we are the bigger kill to be found. But bottom lane, Yuragi. He's going to get surprised there by Alliance.
They had a very unexpected ward for him there. That one and on the right-hand side in the lane actually spots him out in the tree line and he gets jumped. So that's been a tough time for him. 0-4-2. He's been found by Visage first. He's been found by lane ward.
I think this is one of the sort of roughest sort of openings to a game that we've seen Yuragi have in quite some time.
It is the worst,
if you sort of look at his net worth, he's struggling this game.
And sometimes you can recover from a situation like this if your mid-hero is popping off, right? But usually Caudle is one of those mid-heroes that kind of relies on his team enabling him to go and do all his damage. He generally won't be able to, you know, solo kill or set himself up for success that much, especially when you have to go this item build, right? He's gone BKB, so 4k of the net worth is effectively defensive. He doesn't have like a Hex or a Dagon to find solo kills. So, yeah, this is... Alliance have a very, very high chance of winning this game in the current state.
Yogi trying to set up for the side. Tiger as they go in the middle. They get the Wukong's command down in from Yuragi. Trying to keep Alliance held inside of the AoE of the ult, but they're able to step out to the side. They're going to be okay. Because Alliance won't lose anyone here. In fact, they're still happy to fight. Nico, baby, just walking through the Wukong's command. Knows there's not going to do much until the Aramis. He's able to find Yuragi in the trees again. Jumps forward, tosses him back. Yuragi goes down. Tiger as well. He's out of the fight. That's a dieback for Tiger. Aramis will dodge the blast, but it's Alliance that are coming in with the cleanup. Double kill for Weeha. The stun controls there. Over towards BZM. He has to put the BKB to run. Be able to knock Nico Baby back up to the high ground. So Nico Baby still has the Aegis, the BKB, and doesn't look like either of those are going to be forced out straight away. Nico Baby's able to walk this one off. He's ready to get back in. He's poking at Amar. As OG really having to just back off from Alliance there. Another fantastic fight from Alliance, 24-8. The lead just continues to grow.
Yeah, as long as they can keep these strong map positions and Tiny can find the jumps that they need, it's going to be so difficult for OG to recover. Effectively, when you look at OG's lineup, right, it's very... I would say a large part of it is kind of counterplay, right? It's Warlock, it's Caudle, Marcy can't really initiate very well in this game, so a lot of it will be counteraction, but the problem is Alliance's damage is just overwhelming. It's so fast.
He got a little baited in there by the Arcane Rune. Steps into the river. OG, they'll be quick to jump.
All right, that'll help. Yeah, it's all about Alliance having vision. And whenever they have vision, they can jump with Sky Tiny and kill someone, and then they can snowball the fight. So OG's counterplay, the Warlock Golem is not going to save anyone. If he is in range to somehow glimmer off a majority of the Skywrath damage, then maybe they can at least keep Amara alive. But I don't know about Yuragi. Even with this Mage Slayer, is 1500 health. Apparently rocking a int Vambrace. Hopefully he didn't forget about it.
Well,
They're going to make their own
down
move.
here.
Not going to be a very high quality pick they find here. They will get it though.
I mean, Alliance is heading over. They want to punish this. Nico, baby, a few swipes there, dealing with Tiger. And the rest of OG will get out. Alliance making sure that even if they do lose their support, they'll take one down in return. The creep waves moving in on this bottom lane as well. They could look to try and set up for some damage onto the tier 2. Aegis will leave their hands in 25 seconds.
They did buy themselves quite a lot of info with that move, though. They forced a rotation from OG, they forced Phantasm, and that means that there's freedom top for Yuragi here to find some much-needed space and farm. And also now they can just spill into their own triangle where Amar can take a little bit extra. They're actually gonna smoke here. Alliance will... Are they gonna expect this? There was a glyph. Oh, they're gonna see Weehaw from the trees here. This is really problematic if he gets killed first.
They're gonna send out the Wukong's command. Keep Weehaw controlled into it. Weehaw trying to get out in time, but the static link from Amar finishes him off. Eternal Sadness also to go down. OG, they choose the time perfectly there to hold the tier 2. They go for that fight when they know that Alliance was going to already be starting to back off. And Nico, baby, didn't want to be a part of it with the Aegis already leaving him. And OG, they choose that moment to strike.
Yeah. Seems like Alliance were kind of not... They were not expecting to get contested on the tower, and then when the glyph comes out, they start questioning themselves. Should we just finish it? Should we go back? And then they got caught halfway in between both. Just get jumped by the Monkey King, and that is such a huge fight for OG. They really come back in a big way from that. I think that was a 3k gold swing, this one move. And they still have... Keep in mind, they still have the mid tower up for grabs, so there's going to be an extra good chunk of gold there and map control that's there, so they're taking very soon. It's like 10% health on mid, so it should be relatively easy for them to grab.
I mean, that is the thing as well. You know, oh, mid. Oh, we only get the catch onto Misha. He'll think about dropping the golem, but he doesn't want to do it now, of course.
Only drop the base. I can appreciate that, though. Is that the coolest spell in the game to spam without casting? It probably is, right?
Well, Zeus Ult used to be good, but then they nerfed it, right? You can't spam the noise anymore, can you still?
Not as much.
I think you can only... It's limited how much you can spam it. That one's nice. Spamming Tree Ult as well. That's quite...
that's also a good base.
That's a good sound. Not spamming Echo Slam. Don't try that, kids. Doesn't work. It just goes on cooldown. So don't do that. Don't press R.
Double damage.
There we go. Blink Dagger coming out for Tiger and for Weehaw. So Weehaw is going to have the ability to get in for the quick setup. Also get out. Getting chased down.
Slow and steady Amar is getting very big. He's got... Is that a full Sanjin Yasha that's flying out? It is. He's just quietly farmed up 208 CS.
I mean, this is the thing.
Sanjin Yasha BKB.
Yeah.
This is a strong Razor all of a sudden.
I mean, oh, Tiger. It's going to open things up here. And we'll be able to keep it to the side. We'll see Nico, baby, jumping, just delete Tiger.
They still trade it, though. Yuragi killed him with the Soul Burn.
I mean, Yuragi, he'll want to fight this. Yeah, he's got the Wukong's command down. He's going to be able to get in on top of Eternal Sadness. There's no escape for him. Double kill for Yuragi. OG. They'll be happy to go for more here. Alliance, they're trying to get Nico baby out there. The golem will get dropped, but to put the BKB, continue to run and look for the TP out. Nothing to stop it through the BKB, so Nico baby will live. But it's Alliance this time having to run from OG. OG, they're continuing the chase here beyond the tier 2 tower. BZM bursting through Stamanum. Oh, don't miss the combo, but they should still get the kill. The huge amounts of BZM, magical damage that he's throwing out will get the job done. And we've seen this before many times from OG in these games, that they do end up being a little behind on the kills at the start. They never fall too far behind in gold. They're closing the gap now. Less than a 1k gold difference between the two teams. Alliance still look to fight on, but the BKB's ready for BZM. Weehaw, he's ticking down low to the Spirit Vessel. Misha's in on top of him, and same as Amar. As that's Weehaw taken down. Nico baby getting dove underneath the tier 2 tower. OG, they're just keeping this fight going. The Phantasm's up, but the continuous slow is just getting put down onto Nico baby. He'll die. Triple kill for BZM. They may even see if they can chase for Eternal Sadness. Tiger's in with the jump that just tosses him back. Another kill for OG. And just like that, Sin, I think that lead that Alliance had for the first sort of 20 or so minutes of this game, it's all but been forgotten. As OG, they'll take the lead now, and I don't think they're going to let it go away from them, Sin.
This all happened so fast. We've basically had a 10k gold swing. Yeah, time to wipe the glasses for Yuragi. Okay, it's... they pulled back 10,000 gold in 3 minutes, I think.
Yeah, look at that. There you go.
Look at that win probability as well. I'm like, these graphs are not always, you know...
Wait, hang on. The win... honestly, I'm kind of surprised that the win probability put this down to a 5% for OG. They put it down to a 4% for OG. There's no way this game was that bad. They're only like down 5k.
This can definitely be quite misleading, especially, I would say, especially in pro games.
I don't know who's making those algorithms.
But maybe the algorithm has seen a lot of games in this state, and the Monkey King destroys his items.
That is true. That is true. I mean, maybe this was the alternate build as well, so confusing, but it's working out for Yuragi. BZM does die in the mid.
That's a big kill.
He was kind of chilling there, and Alliance, they weren't going to let him chill there anymore.
Yeah, that's a good pick for them.
And very high level kill as well. I mean, he's level 23. He's level 23 on the mid call. So,
yeah,
that is a big kill. Definitely stepping up to be an exciting game.
What an insane graph. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I've seen a pro game graph go up this hard in 2 minutes. It's ridiculous. OG's gold lead now.
Yep.
5k is about the same as Alliance peaked at, right? But look at the way the two teams got there. Like, for Alliance, it was a 20-minute grind.
That's kind of wild.
And OG just... you know, flicked a switch and they got all the money. I
mean, OG, yeah, they've done this many times before, OG.
Yep.
You may get that lead. I mean, in terms of the kills, you know, that they were many kills ahead. You know, Lions pretty much tripling the kills of OG in that early game. But OG, they know how to find the money. They don't fall too far behind. And then they find these you know, couple of team fights and persistent team fights as well. That last one going on for pretty much an entire minute. They're diving in under the tier 2 and just hitting Alliance hard, even when Alliance were respawning. It's definitely put OG in the lead now at this position. Alliance, we saw them, you know, do a good job of finding the kills early on, but we'll see how well they're able to deal with OG now that OG's got the items and are fully ready in these sort of full-on team fight situations. The execution from Alliance has to be perfect, otherwise they're going to fall into some tough fights.
Big moment, and this is a very bad position for them to run into. There's a Monkey King in the tree. Aramis was going to get jumped right away.
Yuragi is going to choose the time to set up the Wukongs. We'll do it to the side, so it makes it hard for Alliance to head up into this position. Amar wants to chase down Aramis. Aramis forced the side, but with the BKB pop from Amar, he can continue to run them down. Goes straight for Weeha. Weeha tries for the TP out, but the damage has been done. Weeha cannot escape this. Double kill for BZM. OG, they're of course going to continue to run down Alliance here, as Alliance are trying their best to escape. But only very few of them are going to be able to do so. As Stamana will be dealt with. Meat just drops the golem down on it, takes him out into the base as well. OG's looking to dive. They dispose Eternal Sand. It's back off the high ground. They're heading in under the tier 4. Mars ready to dive under the tier 4s, taking down Nico, baby. Aramis, the last one left alive. He bought back for this. He'll die back. As the tips come out, even a little bit of a cheeky smiley face there from Amar in the all chat.
Yeah, they tip stacked him earlier in the game, right? And now he's like...
That's true. That's how,
it's like, now what, you know?
That's a good point. If you get tip stacked, you absolutely have to smiley face when, especially if you just team wiped it. If you just team wipe them, that is, you got full permission to put an all chat smiley.
I mean, you also have to say when you look at this game, right, how instrumental Amar has been for this comeback. All the good fights that OG took were off his BKB and him running in first, soaking up, effectively zoning out 1 or 2 cores and getting a kill, right? It's just... he gets this Sanjin Yasha, so he's super fast. He just runs in, isolates the target. He negated Weeha 2 fights in a row. He just ran on him with BKB and killed him. And Weeha's itemization doesn't offer any protection against this.
Weeha.
He's dead.
He's looking pretty dead. I mean, from what felt like a decently explosive start from Alliance, especially considering what we've had from them in pretty much the majority of the other games this tour. It's just been completely forgotten now, and now the game just feels back to sort of unwinnable for them, Sin. This looks tough for Alliance.
Yeah, it's gotta be demoralizing, man. It's like finally it's clicking, you know? You got this game, you got it going, and it's like you need to overcome all of the different hurdles of the game. Finally, you have a draft that's functioning, you're rolling, you're taking towers, you're pressuring the map, and then you still have this 1 or 2 moments that just don't cut it. Like this bottom tier 2 tower moment where you lose 2 heroes and don't get the tower. And OG just pounce on it, and they itemize very effectively and progress, right? Like, Yeah, this is a great comparison to look at now, by the way. These are the two mid heroes, right? This is what ends up happening. If Skyroth doesn't keep balling, keep finding kills, keep rolling, Caudal is out farming him. And this itemization from BZM, obviously, E-Blade, Octarine, he has everything in the bag right now to just keep making moves. Level 25 to boot. Which talent did he take? Did he take the damage? I'm assuming he did, yeah.
Outside of the base there, Nico Baby. They'll have to BKB and run. But Amar, he's ready to BKB as well. Get on top of him. They'll try and get Nico Baby back up to the high ground. They'll be able to force him up there. But they're ready to dive here as Tiger just throws himself into the base. He will die for that dive, but he was able to take down Nico Baby. He's out for 70 seconds. BZM just shooting out the damage with these Illuminates. And Amar, of course, he's ready to continue diving right up to the fountain. Takes down We Are. It's going to be another team wipe here from OG. Everybody dead on Alliance. So we'll see how much they want to play on, but this game very much feeling over. We'll see the buyback from Weehaw, but nobody else having the buybacks available for Alliance.
Wow, they saved Misha for once. He gets to live. And he's going to get all of the heals, these AoE heals, the Warlock heal, the Illuminate.
And we see sort of Amar.
They're all going to be up to full.
Bringing back the classic here. He's got the mantles queued back up. We haven't seen him in a while. We'll see if he gets any out this game. I mean, this is what happens when you tip the man. He'll be ready to have you. And he certainly had them this game. 7-2-19 Amar.
The thing about Amar is you can't really tell what mood he's in, because when he's angry or really happy, it's still the same face. So that's Yuragi. Could have been there. Actually,
a little bit of a
he's
smile.
showing teeth.
That
is a rarity. Okay, they're gone. Yeah, that was a bit too much emotion. Thank you, Amar, for calming down.
Instant silence there for Yuragi. Straight out to an Aramis as Aramis tries to close in on them. And Amar, he's ready to dive in again. Runs down Aramis. The push here, continuing around the barracks. Alliance, they're trying to push back OG. See if they're able to do so. I mean, Amar just tearing through Eternal Sadness. BKB's up and ready, tries to chase the Shiva's Guard. We'll be able to blink out in time. Amar, he's ready to dive to tier 4s for pretty much the millionth time this game. As OG, they'll continue to add up the kills. 37 now, 25k lead. He's treated himself to another bowl of pasta here in game 2, Yuragi. As it very much feels like we're pretty much back in the position we had in game 1. The fountain diving beginning, it won't last as long this game, and there's the mantles. Amar, he'll drop them here to end this one.
I don't know, the juxtaposition between dropping mantles and just having the biggest stone face ever is just